The chilling case of Miya Marcano's disappearance shocked the world. What started as a routine night turned into a horrifying mystery that would captivate a nation. Was her disappearance a tragic accident or something far more sinister? As the investigation deepened, startling connections began to surface, and the horrifying truth would come to light. Stick around. This is a story you won't want to miss, and it'll leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about safety and trust. Disappearance. On the night of September 24, 2021, Miya Marcano, a 19-year-old college student, disappeared from her apartment in Orlando, Florida, sparking a chilling mystery that would captivate the nation. Miya was last seen finishing her shift at the Arden Villas apartment complex, where she worked as a leasing agent. She was expected to return home, but she never did. Her family and friends quickly realized something was terribly wrong. As the hours turned into days, concerns grew. Miya's family knew that she would never just disappear without a trace. She was described as responsible, thoughtful, and loving, a young woman who had plans for her future. But as time passed, it became clear that her disappearance was not a simple case of someone going missing. Her phone, wallet, and keys were all found in her apartment, leaving investigators with no clues to her whereabouts. The police were called in, and the search for Miya intensified. Her family began their own search efforts, distributing flyers, posting on social media, and pleading for anyone with information to come forward. As the community rallied together, the question lingered. What had happened to Miya Marcano? The fear of the unknown took over, and the whole town of Orlando was gripped by the growing fear of what might have happened to this young woman. Search efforts. The search for Miya Marcano quickly became a desperate and all-consuming effort. Law enforcement agencies, including the Orange County Sheriff's Office, launched a full-scale investigation. They combed through the area around the Arden Villas apartment complex, checking nearby woods, canals, and every possible lead. But despite their extensive efforts, no trace of Miya was found. As days passed without any sign of Miya, her family refused to give up. They organized their own search parties, going door to door and speaking to residents in the neighborhood. Miya's parents, especially her mother, were determined to uncover the truth. They appeared on local news channels, pleading for help and urging anyone with information to come forward. Their calls for assistance echoed across the city, and soon the search extended far beyond Orlando, with volunteers from neighboring areas joining in. The search efforts also took to social media, where people shared Miya's story and helped spread awareness. The hashtag #FindMiyaMarcano trended for days, with thousands of posts and messages of support flooding in from strangers all over the country. The family's tireless dedication to finding Miya became a symbol of hope, and the community's involvement in the search seemed to bring a sense of unity in the face of this tragedy. Despite all these efforts, the case remained a mystery until a shocking breakthrough came. The suspect. As the investigation into Miya Marcano's disappearance deepened, a chilling revelation emerged. The involvement of a familiar face. Armando Caballero, a maintenance worker at the Arden Villas apartment complex where Miya worked, became a key suspect. Miya had reportedly expressed discomfort around Caballero, who had a history of making advances towards her. Although she had rejected his attention, he reportedly continued to pursue her, making her feel uneasy at work. Caballero had access to the apartment complex and was one of the last people seen near Miya's apartment on the night she disappeared. Surveillance footage from the complex showed Caballero entering Miya's building on the evening of her disappearance. What appeared to be a chance encounter, however, soon turned into a cause for suspicion. Days after Miya's disappearance, Caballero's actions became even more troubling. He was questioned by police, but his initial statements were inconsistent, and his behavior raised more red flags. He was known to have been in the vicinity of Miya's apartment, but when asked about it, he seemed to act strangely, further arousing suspicion. As the investigation unfolded, it was discovered that Caballero had a criminal history. He had been arrested in the past for stalking and other offenses, but the full extent of his troubling behavior had gone unnoticed by his employers. The mounting evidence led investigators to believe that Caballero knew far more about Miya's disappearance than he had initially let on. His connection to the case and the disturbing nature of his actions made him a central figure in the investigation. Family's plea. In the face of overwhelming uncertainty and fear, Miya Marcano's family made a heartfelt and urgent plea for help. Her mother, father, and older brother stood together, their faces filled with concern and desperation. They spoke to the media, sharing Miya's story and the deep love they had for her, hoping that their message would reach someone who could provide the crucial piece of information needed to bring her home. Miya's mother, in particular, became a powerful voice in the search. Her emotional appeal struck a chord with the public as she expressed the anguish of a mother who feared the worst for her daughter. "Please, if you know anything, come forward. We need her back," she implored, holding back tears during one of her many public appearances. Her strength in the face of such a heartbreaking ordeal became a symbol of hope and determination. The family's plea was not limited to public speeches. They reached out to their community, friends, and social media followers, urging anyone with information to speak up. The pressure on law enforcement to solve the case grew with each passing day, and as the search intensified, the Marcano family refused to accept the possibility that Miya was lost forever. With every new lead, they held on to a sliver of hope. Their love for Miya and their commitment to finding her never wavered. The emotional toll was evident, but their determination never faltered. Through every news conference, social media post, and plea for help, the Marcano family fought for the truth, hoping against hope that their beloved Miya would be found. Investigation. The investigation into Miya Marcano's disappearance took a dramatic turn as detectives delved deeper into the circumstances surrounding her last known movements. The involvement of Armando Caballero, the maintenance worker at the Arden Villas apartment complex, became the focal point of the inquiry. After his inconsistent statements and strange behavior raised suspicions, authorities turned their attention to him more closely. Investigators soon discovered that Caballero had been in possession of a key to Miya's apartment, a detail that alarmed them. It was later revealed that he had been able to access Miya's apartment using this key on the night she disappeared. His access to the building and his previous interactions with Miya made him the prime suspect in the case. The police began to piece together a disturbing pattern of events. Caballero had been seen on surveillance footage entering Miya's apartment complex on the night of her disappearance, and cell phone records revealed that he had been in the vicinity of her apartment shortly before she vanished. Despite his earlier denials, the evidence against him continued to grow stronger. Detectives also uncovered Caballero's criminal history, which included previous incidents of stalking and inappropriate behavior. His troubling past, combined with the mounting physical evidence, left little doubt in the minds of investigators that he played a central role in Miya's disappearance. As the investigation continued, the urgency to find Miya alive intensified. The entire community of Orlando held its breath, hoping for any sign of her whereabouts. But as the search efforts escalated, an even more chilling development would soon come to light. Final discovery. The search for Miya Marcano finally came to a heartbreaking end when her body was discovered in a wooded area near the Orlando International Airport on October 2, 2021, nearly a week after her disappearance. The discovery, though devastating, brought some closure to her family, who had been clinging to the hope that she might still be alive. The circumstances surrounding her death were even more horrifying. Authorities confirmed that Miya had been the victim of a violent crime, and the evidence pointed to a tragic ending at the hands of Armando Caballero. His previous actions, including his access to Miya's apartment and his suspicious behavior, had now culminated in the worst possible outcome. Caballero, the prime suspect in the case, was found dead in his own apartment from an apparent suicide just days before Miya's body was discovered. This turn of events left many unanswered questions. While investigators were certain of his involvement, the mystery surrounding why he chose to end his life instead of facing justice remained one of the darkest aspects of the case. For Miya's family, the discovery of her body brought a mixture of grief and relief. While they were devastated by the loss of their beloved daughter, sister, and friend, they were also able to finally lay her to rest. The case was a haunting reminder of the vulnerability that people face in their everyday lives, and the Marcano family's strength through it all became a testament to their love for Miya. Though justice for Miya could never bring her back, the case sparked important conversations about safety and the need for stronger protections for workers in vulnerable positions. The impact of Miya's tragic story rippled across the nation, leaving a lasting legacy that would not soon be forgotten. Miya Marcano's story is a heartbreaking reminder of the dangers we sometimes face in our everyday lives. Her family's strength and relentless search for answers show the incredible love they had for her. But what would you do if you were in their shoes? Can we ever truly feel safe in our communities? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next video. Don't miss our next video, the tragic story of Lauren McCluskey, murder college student killed after dumping her boyfriend, coming soon.